So we're going to be knocking out one word from each clue. And it's going to go into the next clue. And then we're going to keep on doing that. And there's a whole loop that is formed from doing that. So that should be fun. So let's take a look at... I'm going to start with... Well, I can have a look at one across. But we know that one of those words doesn't fit. Knockout drops work well. I'm going to look at 4 across. And see... What is that waterfall? What is that? Is that a fish with devil horns? Anyway, Mayher yaks about fruit punches. Give me a first go at each of the clues, please. Do not shout out the answers. And when you get the gimmick or like the final answer, do not shout that out either. Just zip it. I will ask for hints as and when they're needed. I think I've got this 9 across. It's an anagram of Mayor Yaks, and I know that there's a type of punch called a haymaker. Or haymakers. Those are punches. But... I guess, so is it fruit that's going to move out? Fruit is going to move out then, because nothing else will work. So one other word. Oh, and maybe a knockout punch. So maybe knockout is going to be the word that comes in from the clue above. Mayor yaks about knockout punch, which is a haymaker. That feels right. And then we could put that in the grid. Whoops. There we go. So we now know that fruit comes into here. Onion very quietly slipped into beer. Okay, I've actually got this one as well. That's a disturbing... Doing disturbingly well. 2 clues in a row. Don't worry, normal service will be resumed very shortly. I'll give that a few goes. What do you think it is? I just want the answer. Don't tell me the word that moves, but tell me what the answer is. Anyone who's got it particularly hollow. I'm hoping... Good, apple, because it's going to be fruit, very quietly, which is double P, pianissimo. I found out yesterday that PPP is pianissimo. There's an extra is in there, but PPP, which is very, very quiet, actually stands for a word, and it's pianissimo. Am I putting too many syllables in that? Anyway, there's a PPP. But it's not that, it's PP. Into ale, and we get an apple, and that's a fruit. So onion is shifting out of there, and onion is going to come into 12 across. I can't say... Well, I mean, an onion. Isn't an onion a pomme de terre? No, that's a potato. I should know about potatoes. Toyota brand consuming 100% green energy. Toyota brand consuming 100% green energy. So onion is going to come in there instead of one of those words. I think green onion feels right. So I'm going to say that energy is going to come out. And is it shallots? And then it's O. So it's all. No, where's the green energy? What's that doing? It's not shallots, but... I know it's because 100% green onion. I feel like it's that. I feel like onion is going to be misplaced, put instead of energy, but I can't quite... Toyota brand, Ravi. Is there a famous brand of onions? My hunch is that energy is going to move. I'm going to move on to the next clue and see what I can get. Homer's penning raunchy word on a washroom door. I bet he is. So if energy... Word on a bathroom door. Energy can be E, and that can be penning... Not spotting it. Okay. So I'm going to move on to 15. I'm going to do... It was all going so well. See? Told you. Normal service. Do you know Walmart displays character? I was in a long car journey with one of my friends from Bristol, heading to Reading or something like that. And they love a good pub quiz. And they like a good pun, but they don't like it when it's... Anyway, you'll see what I mean when I say this. But I asked them, do you know the capital of Alaska? And they went, oh, yes, it's... And then they died inside. Do you know what displays character? Is it going to be a hidden? Is it going to be a hidden? But with a word from the previous clue, which is going to make it hell. Displays character. If Walmart... I want Walmart to move, you know, because the next one says Sid upset with scores. If Walmart is upset with scores, that is 13 letters. That's 7 and 6. So it could be an anagram of Walmart and scores. So Juno... Raunchy. If we move raunchy down, we get a hidden. We get a favourite. We get my favourite. And then we can get Juno Aura and Juno Raunchy. And that spells Aura. And that's hidden in there. So Walmart is... that's the most bizarre hidden that I've had in quite a while. So Walmart's going to drop down. But that is Aura. Nice. I enjoyed that because it's so weird. So Sid upset with scores. It's not Sid. Sid is going to move down. And Walmart is going to be anagram with scores. Because it's ripped. Pitching, for example. Something throw. Crossing throw. No, it's not going to be ing. But I've got my trusty pen and pad of paper. So Walmart, I feel like it's going to be something throw. Walmart, upset with scores. We get a something throw. Oh no, there's no H. Okay. Pitching, for example, something skill, warm, clams, something clams. Water. Maybe something water. I'm trying to get the 5-letter word first, but something moats, something claws. Ooh, but something master or master. No, I don't know what it is, but I feel like Sid is going to go into 18 across. So let's have a look at 18 across. Person fixing Windows Office first is more slothful or sleuthful. Person fixing Windows Office. I feel like Office is going to move and it's going to be Sid first. Is more slothful. Maybe it's not Sid, because if we put ripped down into the next one, yeah, that gives us an R. If we put ripped instead of first. More slothful, slower. Lazier. Okay, a few of you are getting this. Again, I'm going to come back to it. Candidate for Desert Dig interrupts Carol interminably. Candidate for Desert Dig interrupts Carol interminably. Candidate for Desert Dig. I don't even know which word is going to come in. Candidate for Desert Person. Candidate for Desert Dig Windows. Carol interminably. Windows interminably? Office interminably? Oh dear. Okay, 21 across. Stop in the appointments section of Chinese Railway. stop in the Carol section, we stop in the candidate section. I want appointments to move, and I don't know why. Now, when we get to 24 across, I assume do we just skip that for the gimmick? $26. Palm product addicts. I would have said so, because I mean, if instructions had come in here and then we moved instructions into there and something, that would have been incredible, but painful to construct. Palm product addicts. I feel like addicts is users. If you palm, you use. Is there an RS? Railway is RY. Okay, so a few of you have got a few of the earlier ones. I may ask for one of those in a second. Product addicts. Okay, well, at least there's only 3 words to choose from to put into 27 across. Subs are free, buddy. I think palm, because then free could be an anagram indicator. If we put palm in instead of subs, it could be an anagram of palm R. And then for a buddy, Ream pal. Okay, it's not that then. Wow. Maybe it's an anagram of subs are. Maybe it's just an anagram of subs are. And it become a palm or an addicts. Abusers. It's an anagram of abusers. So those are addicts. Thank you for the follow, Marky V. Oh, are we using our Bezos bucks against him? Excellent. Addicts is going to move down. Thank you so much, Marky V. Addicts is, and you have spurred me on to get this clue. This is going to be abusers. Not a nice word, admittedly, to be excited about. Sorry. It's an anagram of subs are. Free is the anagram indicator, and it's not buddy. Buddy is going to move down. And addicts will be there instead. So those are addicts. So Spooner in emergency room after fracture. Spooner's in emergency room after fracture. Okay, so we've had a couple of people get some of the early ones. Can I have, because Arch and Hollow have got 18 across, can I have 18 across, please? The word that moves into 18 across, please, not the actual answer. What word moves into 18 across? This is a nice way of having a half a hint. Do believe my mum's flight has just... well, even more appreciated, Marky V. So it is Sid. Okay, so Sid. I do believe my mum's flight. Nope, my mum's flight has yet to land. She's probably just about there. My mum is flying back from Greece. Well done, her. Person fixing Windows Office first is more slothful. Is more Sid. Ooh. Okay. Right. Pitching. Pitching's coming out. I think pitching's going to go in, because instead, what if it's Sid upset with scores ripped? No, that's too many letters. But something store is what I want 16 across, because that's Walmart, for example, a something store. So that, and there'll be some form of anagram going on. But can we put pitching into 18 across? Person fixing Windows Office first is more slothful. Windows pitching first is more slothful. It's something surely. First letter of the answer, please. Person pitching, leaner. Windows. Windows is just panes. An Office first. L. I mean, that lazier is more slothful. Glazier. It's a person pitching a window. No, person, you can pitch and fix a window. Pitching, if you pitch a first, is that getting rid of a letter? If you pitch first, so are we taking office out? It's glazier minus G. That's definitely the word place. We can put lazier in. Pitching first is in tossing away. Okay, so we've now got office for here. Hopefully we'll be able to do some of these now. Candidate for Desert Dig interrupts Carol interminably. Office, candidate for desert, I don't like. It's got to be candidate for office. Interrupts Carol interminably. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it's a hidden. I don't think it is. Dig. Cadigro. We're going to put candidate for office. Dig interrupts Carol interminably. So we're going to put Caro and we're going to put dig in there. Cardigo. Is there a famous person called Cardigo? I think I was warned that there was an Americanism here. Sadly, no. Is there someone instead called Cadrigo? The Americanism was earlier. Oh, okay. I really want there to be a person called Cadrigo, though, because that's a brilliant name. If you dig, dig is a jab, at someone. We're going to put Carol interminably. So maybe we get rid of both ends. We certainly get rid of the last letter. And we're going to put something in the middle of Caro. Fine. To Carol is to sing. So it could be sin in... candidate for... I don't know. But I feel like desert's coming out. So let's have a look. Stop in the appointments section of Chinese railway. Let's see if railway could come out. So we've got Chinese desert, maybe. Section of Chinese desert. Stop in the appointments section. Stop in the desert section of Chinese railway. Gobi. Chinese desert's got Gobi in it. So that's what I want it to be. Even though Gobi's only 4 letters. Stop and go are opposites, so... Okay, well, at least I know that I'm on the right lines there, Arch. What's a candidate for office? An absolute fool in this day and age. So if railway comes out, I'm going to put something in here. Okay, I'm going to carry on from 32 now. So we've done a little bit up there. I'm going to carry on. I'm sort of going to dart around a little bit, I think. Sorry. Thievish detectives, angry argument, wasted time. What's the word that's going to come in from above? Fracture. Charles the Breeder's wild roan. Have you met Charles? Always is a bit whiffy, is our Charles. Charles the Breeder's wild roan. Is it just an anagram of roan, or is it an anagram of time from the previous word, from the previous clue? Because that could be emit or might. But Charles the Breeder's, I don't understand that. Is there a famous Charles the Breeder? Maybe Breeder shouldn't be there. Charles the Thievish. Charles the Detective. Is there a Charles? Is it Arno? That's my current question. Okay, I'm seeing people get it. Easy to anagram of roan, and it is cheeky. Just the wrong anagram. Well, it could be Roan, it could be Auron, it could be a few things. It could equally also be might, emit, time, emit. It could be, oh no, it can't be because time is not an anagram of time. Charles the Breeders. First letter of the answer, please. Just need a name. Rona. N. Noah. Noha. Neho. Noah. No, why am I putting an H in it? Narrow. Nora, that's a word. Okay, now why is it that? Why is it that? I've almost like not heard the character. Okay, please tell me why the answer is Nora. Nora Charles was a detective in The Thin Man. Okay, so in this case, detective is going to move. And breeder's going to move. So whatever comes out of here is going to go. So it's thievish spooners, thievish emergencies, angry. No, thievish emergency, angry. Oh. But anyway, breeders coming into here. Disease producing microorganism with no tail, a sparkling find. Disease producing microorganism with no tail, a sparkling find. A sparkling breeder, a breeder's find. Breeder's microorganism. With no tail, is it yeast? Look at minus T. Amoeba. A sparkling find. I want that to be asti in a way. But Michael, amoeba, virus. Okay. Guided Missile Sections, Senior Secretary, a unique individual. Guided Missile Sections, Senior Secretary, a unique individual. Sparkling individual, a unique, with no tail, with no breeders, no. A breeder's find? Just need the 70s music now, just going on in the background. Okay, so the next clue. Small leaflet without a clover. Small leaflet without... Why did I say clover? It's cover. Anyway, small is usually S. Leaflet without A. So what's another word for a leaflet? A flyer. A small leaf. I'm going to put a word in from the previous section. Missile leaflet. Senior leaflet? Secretary leaflet? Small secretary without a cover. Okay. It really would do. It really would do. So, 39 across. Intermediate wager. Bushes placed in tavern. Intermediate wager. Well, this is in between because in is INN. The wager is bet, and I now need a word for we, and I'm going to take out small from the previous clue and replace small with bushes. No, replace bushes with small. So that's we in with bet. So bet, we, in. So there we go. See, we're back on track. Okay. So it's a something leaflet without a cover, unique leaflet without a cover, guided leaflet without a. Okay, let's see what we're going to do with the bushes. I say employ criminals. I say employ criminals. I employ bushes. Bushes say employ criminals. Hedges for bushes, because we know bushes has to go in there. Bushes, criminals. Nobody likes to get guided leaflet. cons. Criminals are cons. I say a vowel. I say could be EYE, employ. Okay, what's the next clue? So that's the last one of those. We can now start looking at the downs. I apologise that I'm using slightly less hints. Because of the way it works, I know that things will lock in quite quickly when it all goes together. So I'm going slightly less on the hints for this first parse. Because we know we've got an A in the second letter here. Like some buck in a herd, Ned shot. I think that's going to be like some criminals. And it is. Got this one. It's criminals is going to be the word that moves. I say employ hedges. Me, setter, solver, hedges, bushes, Georges for those bushes. Okay, go for one down if you've got one down. It's an anagram. Shot is your anagram indicator. And it's like some criminals. Buck is going to come out. In a herd, shot, hardened. Absolutely. Some criminals are hardened. Particularly the ones who tried to rob the cement factory. Yes. So buck is now going to come out of that one. Italian course, keeping pressure elevated for a month. I want it to be April because April's a month. The P is in the right place. And if we elevate pressure, is there an arpil that is an Italian buck? So I'm going to say that course is going to come out. And there's a word for like arpil, which means like a deer in Italian or something like that. What say you? Because I'm getting agreement. Oh, lira. Yes, of course. This was back in this was back in 2014. This is 2014. So anyway, old Italian lira. Reversed with a P in the middle for a month. Particular this is carry-on crosswording, isn't it? Particular topless women any student may choose. Okay. Particular course, maybe? Or, maybe particular course. I think course and then topless women any student may choose. Something route. So route her. Any student may choose. Major, minor, elective. Is it an elective? And yes, this crossword was published in 2014. At least in this format, it was published in 2014. It may have been published earlier in a different publication, but in this collection, it was published in 2014. Particular, fastidious. Okay, let's see what the next clue is. Narcotics discussed with admirable honesty. I want narcotic to move, but I couldn't tell you why. Admirable honesty, candour. Oh, have I said one of the previous answers? Interesting. I think yes, DX. I think, and well done for waiting an arbitrary amount of time. This is excellent because, I mean, you could have said it right after I said it, and I still wouldn't know. But well done. I mean, elective is the only thing that I think it could have been, but I couldn't tell you. No, I've got it. It's selective. Selective becomes elective. So course is moving down, and so particular is selective. Topless, there we go. So women is moving, and then course any student may choose is an elective. There we go. So that is 3 down. But thank you for asking whether you should hint or not, and the answer is not yet. Thank you very much I appreciate that. So women discussed with admirable honesty. Candour, frankness. Don't know. Next clue, though, does start with H-E. Heroines. Heroines. Okay, no, it's heroines. For those of your women. So, with admirable women. Honesty. Honesty is moving down. Heroines are your admirable women, and those are your narcotics. Out loud. So, honesty. Pretend to have aces the whole time, essentially. Pretend to have honesty the whole time. Pretend to have honesty the whole time, essentially. Pretend to have. It starts with A. 6. Fellow inside went first, wearing a cloak. Starts with M. Fellow inside went first. Went first is led. Wearing a cloak. Mantled. Because fellow is man. If you went first, you led. And then the T is going to have to move from here. Time is moving this time, I think. So it's fellow for man, T for time. And we're taking out went. Led went first. Wearing a cloak, you are mantled. And of course, if you're not wearing one, you are dismantled. Okay, sounds good. Pleased with that one. So, pretend to have aces the whole honesty, essentially. Honesty, essentially, is... Pretend to have aces. Bluff. Don't know. We'll come back to that. 7 down. Political asylum's awkward. I'm so unhappy. But went is going in there instead. Political asylums, so, and it's A blank, A blank. Asylums awkward, I'm so unhappy. Political asylums. I mean, emigre, refugee. An asylum is a safe haven. Okay, well, we have some very unusual letters in here. I'm going to say that 8 down is klutz. And based on this information, this will hopefully help us solve 7, 8 and 9. Yell. So awkward. Awkward is going to come down here. Awkward guy. King, which is... So yell is coming out, by the way. King, okay, jump on the ice is a lutz. Oh no! I just thought, I don't know why you said can. Just like, nah. But luckily, I'm now coming back to this one. Which one is it? You don't think 7 down went where? Fellow in... Oh, it's inside, isn't it? I've just written the wrong word. Fellow. Yeah, it's not inside. Yeah, it's not went, it's inside. Thank you. Yep, I just missed past that. So it's time to tackle this clue. Which is it? The physical embodiment of 7 down. Because that's 7 up. 7 down. That's 7 up. 7 down. Yes, I think got. So political asylums inside. I'm so unhappy. Alas, it's a hidden. So inside is your hidden indicator, which was in the previous clue. Cheeky. Ooh, that's disco something or other now, isn't it? It's so true. Klutz for that. So yell is coming out into this. Snort last bit of powder with a paddle. There have been some surface meanings on this crossword, haven't there? Snort, last bit of powder with a paddle. So it's yell. Okay, type the answer to 9 down when you get it in the chat. Yell is moving into there. And I'll tell you the word that's moving out. It's snort. That is a lovely little emote there, DX. Love it. It is raw because it's powder. The last bit of powder is R. With a paddle is an oar. Some people very much do not like that extra article, A. I'm okay with this, I think, because I think their argument is it would be an or. So you should be putting an or into the answer. And so this article shouldn't be there. And I think I deviate to the side of try not to include the article where possible. If you have to, then you have to, but try not to. I'm okay with it here. A paddle is an or. So you should be putting an, because we're putting an or. Anyway, cryptic grammar is fun. Snort is coming out. Near ancient soothsayer taking lead from Nostradamus. Near ancient soothsayer taking lead from Nostradamus. That's an interesting wrinkle, DX. Yeah, that is a good point as well. E.T., you could say E.T.'s a movie. So, could you say that or is a paddle? You could say that movie's a film, but when you're saying if it's an example. Anyway, near ancient, old. So snort has got to go in there. Soothsayer taking lead from Nostradamus. So we're going to put an N in, or we're going to put an S in if it's the lead from snort. Are you ever happy, Cactus? Are you? Oh, people aren't liking the definition. Which I'm assuming is near ancient soothsayer. Let's have a look at 13. Potential issues. Potential issues. This is 13 down, and it's 11 letters. Oh my goodness, no. Okay. Maybe it isn't Nostradamus that moves. Yeah, people are getting 10 and it's odd. Interesting. Excellent Cambridge schools. Cheaper. 17 down. No crosses, of course. Excellent Cambridge schools. Cheaper. So potential or issues. Excellent Cambridge schools. Cheaper. I don't know any Cambridge schools, so maybe Cambridge comes out because I don't know any. Oh, hang on. Cambridge, US. Brown? No. Excellent is usually A1. So AI. It's going to be one of the Ivy League, probably. Brown is the... okay. Harvard, Yale, Brown... I can't think of any more. So... oh dear, in that case, moving on. Ultimately, bikini bottom folk cause Squidward to be exasperated. I mean, that's just a great clue. Whatever's happening here, lovely clue. Ultimately, bikini bottom folk cause Squidward to be exasperated. So cheaper, excellent. So 19. Do we have any letters in? We've got an I and an E. So cheaper is coming in. Cheaper's coming in because folk is coming out of here. Because the last letters of bikini bottom, cheaper, cause Squidward is irked. And if you are exasperated, you are irked. So... cheaper's coming out. So excellent Cambridge schools potential or excellent Cambridge schools issues. I would imagine that issues is going to come out, but it's a 50-50 shot. But anyway, that is irked. Oh sorry, it's bottom. Thank you. IRKED. Folk, of course, provides the K. Sorry. Shouldn't be wrong about my bottom. Earnestly feeding fish, doctor is cut by trout's tail. Right, where's the bottom going? There's your raid phrase. Where's the bottom going? Where's the bottom? I've written that down. Good. Earnestly feeding fish, doctor is cut by trout's tail. Trout's bottom. Earnestly. I'm going to need more clues. It ends in N. It's got a U in it. Fine. Okay. So what's the next clue? Wind is crazy, shifting without a bit of notice. Wind is crazy, shifting without a bit of notice. I want it to be an anagram of wind is, and then a word from above without, then we remove the letter A, so tail maybe? No, it needs to be a three-letter if it's from above, doesn't it? Because then it'll become two. Shifting without A, we then take the letter A out of it, and a bit of notice. Well, true. INS rides flower company execs. INS rides flower company execs. Always shifting going to come down and provide an anagram indicator for us for 23 down. It's got an S in the third place. Company execs. Insiders? I mean, insiders is there. Is that right? I guess if you're an insider, you're a company exec. So either crazy or shifting, because those are both anagram indicators, is going to come down into here. But flower or flower is going to move down. But I think that's going to be insiders. The S is in the right place. Wasn't really much of an anagram. All the R did was move down a little bit, but still an anagram. Corvair engineer shows what streamlining improves. Airflow, because it's a hidden again. If I put flower instead of engineer, I have put that in the wrong place. If I put engineer, take that out and put flower instead, we get Corvair Corvair flow or flower. It's airflow. It's a hidden. And it ends in a W as well, which is highly useful here because we've got a W at the end. 28. So, begins with B, ends in E. We're going to put engineer in jumper cable, roll GE imported. Jumper cable, roll GE. And me too, Katus. Now that you say that, I do too. But of course, and I know you will. But everyone, jumper cable, roll GE imported. It's not a hidden. Hint, please, on this one. Yeah. Engineer cable, jumper engineer, jumper cable engineer. I feel like it's going to be. What's imported doing? It starts with B and ends in E. Definition is jumper cable. Okay. Engineer GE imported. Roll GE. A roll could be a bagel. Could be a bun. Could be bread. GE imported. Engineer GE imported. Roll engineer imported. There's no B in there. What is it? Roll bun. Is it bun? Does it start BUN? No, okay, roll is probably dropping out. So engineer GE imported. So we're going to put GE in a 4-letter word for an engineer. And it's a bungee? No. Oh, hang on. No, it is a bungee, because that is very much a cable for a jumper. Jumper cable, that's a good definition for bungee. Now, why is it that? GE imported? I don't like that. Oh, okay. Okay, so I did not know it was spelled that way, which does not help. Okay, so we're putting GE in a bune. What is a bune? So roll is coming out, though. So it's an engineer. So it can't be... Oh, no, hang on. Imported's coming out. No? No, imported means put it in. And you're wrong about what? Okay. Just... Is jumper gonna go... Got rolled. I'm not sure what comes out, you know. Roll is bun, GE is GE, and engineer is E. Oh, didn't know that engineer could be E either. So all of that combined meant I did not stand much of a chance on that clue. But jumper cable is a lovely definition for bungee there. Dublin restaurant featuring pancakes. Dublin restaurant. Okay, got this one. Happy with this one. I'm just going to go for it. Restaurant is coming out. Dublin imported features blini, and those are a type of crepe, a type of pancake, something like that, but they're definitely the answer to this clue. Excuse me. So restaurant has come out there. Yes, why? I'm assuming, so in our crosswords, engineers would be RE rather than just E. So I don't know why engineer. I'm going to look it up, you know. I'm going to look up the letter E and see what it says in Chambers. It can be Spain and Eastern and ecstasy and all of those. Doesn't immediately say anything to do with engineers, but it could be an American thing. Is it in Collins? It's Young's modulus of elasticity as well. Don't think it is, but there we go. Just going to put that moment there. So, restaurant. Number of blind mice in front of church called by you. 3 is the number of blind mice. Ha! In front of restaurant. Front of restaurant is R. Caught by thee. Caught by you. I thought it was thou. Oh, but you is me, which is thee. How is thee? Is thee? I thought it was thou that was you, but is thee you as well? Anyway, it's definitely 3, and church is coming out. Can be either. Oh, okay. To thee, to you, to thee, to thou, to thee, to thou. Doesn't work. The French advised bench Pepe the skunk. Well, Pepe the skunk has to be Le Pew. The French is Le. Church bench advised is coming out, and we get Le Pew. Sorry, I'm taking over now. I'm actually doing clues. I'm very sorry. Normal service, as I say. We'll be back in a second. 33. Vocal about returning group of Mennonites. 33. Where is that? So it's 2-2. And we've got half of this last word. Vocal. I think I've got it, and I think vocal's coming out. Makes a change. Would you agree that vocal comes out hologrow? Type the answer in the chat, please. I think it's in on. Oh, it's a hidden. I hadn't worked out why. It's my favourite. It's hidden backwards in Mennonites, in on, and if you're advised about something, you are in on something. So that I had that, but I hadn't worked out why it's a hidden. So what's the word that's coming out? Vocal. Leviathan followed a zigzag course with finesse. 34 down. 4 letters ending in T. Leviathan followed a zigzag course with finesse. Followed a vocal course for a homophone indicator. I've just spotted your lean in and turn around instruction there. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Leviathan. Giant. followed a zigzag course with finesse. Is this the last one? Yeah, so whatever word comes out of here goes into one across. So I think... is the setter is Bob Stigger... So I'm just going to quickly copy this clue up here. Because one of those words is going to pop into here, but we just don't know which one yet. So, okay, I'm switching to the acrosses now, which should be a lot easier because we're getting a lot there. When we get to 24, I will fill it in. So you have been warned when I get to 24, which is the alternative description of this process, I will fill it in. So have a think if you haven't thought about that yet. So knockout is coming out, and one of these words drops work well. So work is usually op. Well, if you're well, you're hail. So I want it to be hail. Zigzag. Course. We're putting op in hail. You get hop hail, halope. Ooh, okay, so it's the pars isn't quite working as I want it to, but it is hail apparently. What word is going to come from above to replace knockout? Leviathan is whale. And it drops work, which could be W in this instance. Okay, so Leviathan is coming out there. So I'm just going to say that Leviathan. That's a vocal followed a zigzag course. Okay, haymakers we've got, apple we've got. There's your all. We know that energy comes out. Do we know that energy comes out? Why have I got shallots there? That's not right. And energy, we don't know. But onion is popping in. It's Toyota Prius. Toyota brand, consuming 100%, so that's all. Green onion. Has to be a shallot. Shallot? Shallot. First letter, please, of this answer. Other green onion. Scallion. Scion? Never heard of a Toyota Scion. So energy is coming out of that. So energy is going in here. We've now got blank ER blank. Homer's penning raunchy word on a washroom door. Hers would be a word on a washroom door. Homer's has hers in it if you take om out of it. Penning. Can Homer just be HRS? Because something penning energy, we're going to put E in. So if home runs. Oh wow, okay. So Homer's home runs HERS, and then raunchy is going to move down, and we've solved that one, so that is good. Yes. So if something has an aura about it, you know, he had an aura of mysticism about him. He had a character trait of mysticism, so it's his character. It's that sort of aura. So we know that Walmart is getting put in instead of pitching. Sid, upset with scores, ripped Walmart, for example, and it's a something store, discount store. Why is it that? It must be an anagram of Sid, scores, ripped, something, no, a Viscount store. So Sid, upsets it backwards, with scores is counts. And then if you ripped, you tore. Had nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Well done. Discount store. So officers coming out of person fixing Windows Office. I am enjoying this gimmick. It's surprisingly fun, and it must be a right pain in the wash names to set. So here we have 20 across. Candidate for Desert Dig interrupts Carol interminably. Desert, I thought desert might be coming out of there. So, oh yes, candidate for office. Nominee. Now, a dig is a mine. Interrupts Carol, which is Noel, interminably. So it's mine in Noel. There we go, but without the last letter. So that is desert that comes down into this clue. Nightboat. Nightboat. Nightbot does not appreciate jokes, apparently. Never mind. So 21 across. Stop in the appointments section of Chinese railway. Is okay. That's a word. That's a word, I think. Sarai. Let's look it up. A caravanserai or inn. So it's a word for another term for caravanserai, which is also a group of people travelling together, a caravan, or historically an inn with a central courtyard for travellers in the desert regions of Asia or North Africa. So stop in the desert is the definition. So appointments is coming out. And it's a serai. Why would Juno represent the letter A? So it's a stop in the desert, and it's literally a section of Chinese railway. K Sarai, Sarai, get out! It's the capital of... Oh my goodness. Painful. Painful. So palm product appointments. Product. Palm? What letters have we got? Oh, it's time to fill it in. I'm hoping that you agree with me when I say it's give and take. There's a lot of give and take going on in this grid, in these clues. So we have these 5 letters. Palm product appointments. Oh, palm product dates. You get dates on a palm tree and your appointments are your dates. So that's dates. Okay, Ardex comes out of there. You get abusers. Buddy comes out of there for this one. 6 letters, begins with B, ends in R. Spoon is in emergency room after fracture, but Buddy's going to come in there. Spooners in emergency room. How about Buddies in emergency room? Because I'm looking at the next one. Light-fingered fits very well in here. Light-fingered. And that would be thievish. And then it would be a word, possibly spooners. Angry argument, wasted time. Fight, lingered. There you go. Spooners coming out of there. Because it's going to be fight, lingered instead of light-fingered. You don't get many spoonerisms in crosswords these days. Or at least not in the variety ones. Because they're harder to do, I think. So, Buddy in emergency room after fracture. I'm assuming Buster. If you fracture something, you bust it, and then you get Buster. And is that a? I'm assuming that's a pal. Here's your Buster. Here's your pal. Good. I mean, this looks like Nora. Oh, I just didn't put it in. Okay. 4 letters, begins with G. Disease-producing microorganism with no tail, a sparkling find. I mean, gem is a sparkling find. So breeders is coming out. All right, listen to me, buddy. Okay. Disease-producing microorganism with no tail. A sparkling find. So this next one, 37. So I'll come back to you in a second, DX. I'm going to see if I can get it with help of 27. Guided missile section, senior secretary, a unique individual. Gnome. Nobby nobby. Nope. Nope tope. Nope rope. Have you seen my nope rope? Anyway, the essential nose hose. Have you seen my nose hose? Okay, the essential missile part is no me. I'm really hoping that is true. Senior secretary. Why is it that? Still hoping it's nose hose. No. It's not. Oh right. I thought you were being serious. Guided missile sections. So a word is of course coming in there. Senior secretary, a unique individual. Note something. Something note. Note home. Not. Ugh. It's a 38. Small leaflet without a cover. I also don't like that either. DX, you had... I just haven't put that in. You had one of them, didn't you? Light fingered. Although I think we actually covered it. 36. What is strong hint please on DX? Disease producing microorganisms. Breeder's got to come in. A breeder's find? A geld maybe? Disease producing microorganism. Bacteria. Virus. A sparkling find. Gem. Sparkling find is gem. Jump. Gems. Is it gems, plural? With no tail. So I'm taking the last letter off of something. Breed. I feel like it must be breeder's microorganism. And we're going to get a unique microorganism or something. What causes many diseases? Gems? Gems cause several diseases. With no breeders, with breeder's tail. Germ, oh my, breeder's tail. So no is coming out. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Germ. So that means no is coming into here. So no is no, probably. Senior secretary, a unique individual. Nobby, nose hose. Nope rope. Has anyone got 37? Because I could come. We could get more letters into this, of course. So let's do that. In fact. Oh, okay. Katus has got it. Hint, please, then. Because of course, I can just go for 34 down now that we have 3 of those letters. But don't eat ice cream in this cone. Nose cone. Okay. Nose hose is so much better. Nose cone. So that is a guided missile section. Is it then senior? So senior, it gets replaced by no. So no is no. Secretary would be sec, SEC, and then a unique individual would be 1. So senior is coming out. So senior leaflet without a cover. Older, elder. It's older, either older or elder. Folder. Without a cover. So I'm going to go with older. there. And then, so bushes is getting, so it's I say employ bushes. News? Who's going to be? You, it's, you. I say is use. No, I say employ is I use. Use our bushes. It's not a, it's a tree, but anyway, we'll take that. So that is use. Okay, moving on to the down. So the final time, hardened April elective heroines assume, then I assume, or assure, hang on, pretend to have. Yeah, if you pretend to have confidence, you assume confidence. The whole time, essentially, but honesty is coming in instead of the whole honesty, essentially. Trees are just leggy bushes. I'm just... I'm not gonna sit on this tree or hedge debate. Don't pretend to have. Aces is AS. The whole is sum. And honesty essentially is the middle letter of honesty, so it's the E of honesty, as Catus has just said, but I got there 5 seconds ago. Mantled, alas, clutz, raw. Oh, I'm assuming so snort is coming in to this clue. Near ancient soothsayer taking lead from Nostradamus. Okay, so a soothsayer is a seer taking lead from Nostradamus, and that is N. So put that in there, and that is a type of snort. If you snort, you sneer. It's not great, completely agree, but it is sneer, and near ancient is coming out. So I'm going to put an E in there. So near ancient, potential near ancient, or near ancient issues. Yeah, probably that. Canonation, near ancient. I filled in a bad word. I've filled in a bad thing. Oh, okay, so it's not that. Okay. Okay, interesting. Potential. If it's got potential, it's got issues. Near ancient. Oh, it's an anagram of near ancient, isn't it? Oh, it's an anagram of near ancient, and then it's issues. Near ancient. So that is can. So it's either possible. Possible is also potential is also an anagram indicator. Oh no! So it's an anagram of near ancient. Okay. C-I-E-N-T. Centenarian. Someone who is near ancient. A centenarian who is someone who is about 100 or a little bit more. So that is issues is coming out. Centenarian. Issues is going to come out then. So 17 down. Excellent. Cambridge school. Excellent must be E. Cambridge school must be MIT. School must be S. And that becomes issues. If you issue something out, you emit it. And then cheaper is coming out of that. Emits. And then I think we've only got a couple more clues to go. 2 more clues. Okay. So bottom is being put into here. So there has to be sturgeon. Earnestly feeding fish. Doctor is cut by trout's tail. So doctor is your surgeon. So there's your surgeon. And it's being cut by trout's tail, the letter T. So it's a bottom-feeding fish. It's a bottom-feeding fish. And earnestly is coming out. And then this looks rather like the word easterly. So earnestly is going into here. Wind. So wind. Is wind coming out of this? If we take wind out of this, no flower comes out. No, sorry. Because if wind can be an anagram indicator. So earnestly is the anagram fodder, but without a bit of notice. We're going to take an N out of it, and then it is a wind. So it's another an lit. No, wind needs to be in there. Does it not? Yeah. So is crazy out. Okay, was crazy. And then so that becomes sturgeon. And that becomes easterly. So that's an anagram of earnestly without the N. And that is a bit of give and take with knockout drops. I enjoyed that. Fun puzzle. And I dread to think how you actually go about writing these clues. It's hard enough writing a cryptic clue when nothing has to be swapped in from the previous word, from the previous clue. That was a lot of fun. That was excellent. And there was... it was a solid crossword with a lot of matron, a lot of innuendo, which is always, in my opinion, fun for a crossword.